have all this negative space over here.
Well, and Alex is going to have a conniption fit when he sees that.
No,
That's
he
what you
always
get.
likes my background. He likes it messy. He's like, I love how
does?
messy your background is. I'm like, thanks, Alex.
Yeah.
It's like the one thing in life that's not perfect that he can tolerate.
He's like, I like it. It looks
Yeah,
good.
I like that messy back. I'm like, who are you? You do? He's like, yeah, actually, I like it when your frames are a little crooked.
Yeah,
You
a little
do?
off kiltered a little bit. It's okay. It's fine.
Because it's driving Casey insane.
My head keeps turning a little bit.
Is that why you like it? Because it makes Casey crazy.
I like your earrings.
Thank
You
you.
look really beachy, like very, I'm going to the beach and I'm hanging out today.
I'm not, but I got this new t-shirt Kyle got me. It's really cute. It says, an effort was made.
Yes.
And I get a
Because
gold star.
we got out of bed. That was the effort, right?
An effort was made. Okay. That's all I have to say about that. That's
Are you
bare
any fun
minimum Betty
plans
over here.
for the weekend? Are you going to do anything? Since it's Friday.
I'm going to sit and disassociate for the whole weekend.
You need to tell people why, though, because you've been entertaining for the last week.
I have been entertaining. I have had my really, really dear friends from San Diego that I haven't seen since we moved to Georgia, and they moved to Washington State shortly after we left California. Everybody is leaving California except for you, for whatever reason.
I know.
And so they came out here and they were here with us for a week, which is always so much fun, but it's also like, I need to work and I didn't get to work. And so now it's going to be the weekend and I'm like, I have so much work to catch up on. So I think that might be what I do this weekend, which is totally fine.
Yeah. Or just lay out in the sun because it's warm out there, right? Because it's
so
beautiful
warm.
here today.
They were so sad when I dropped them off at the airport today. They were checking the weather and they're like, it's 39 degrees in Hudsport, Washington.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, it's going to be 85 here today.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
I always am. Every time somebody comes to visit me, I'm always like, let's, check out what you could get here in lovely Savannah.
So you were trying to get them. Yeah. Well, you do that to everybody.
And then we went and looked at a house yesterday. And they're like, we could buy a winter house here because like homes are very affordable here. Like we looked at a little house, super cute, $249,000 on a half acre. Yeah. But it needed so much work. So they're like, okay, well, that's not the one. But there are others.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're just recruiting every single person that comes of it. It's easy to do, though, because it's beautiful there. So I will say
and my realtor loves me. So
I'm sure.
She's like, thank you.
Sure.
That's great. I'm like, hey, Karen, can we go see this little house real quick? And she's like, sure, why not, Sunshine? What are you doing? Who are you bringing out to the area now?
I want to be like in the Florida weather. So Georgia would be great because then I could just go to the beaches of Florida whenever I wanted to on the weekend. That really appeals to me because I like warm water and I like to be warm. I don't like to be cold. I want to be hot.
There was a one day or a couple of days, which is kind of scary and gross actually, but where the ocean temperature got up to 103.
What?
That's like a freaking hot tub. Like,
What
can
are
you
the
imagine
fishies
being
doing?
a jellyfish and you're like,
no. They're like, what happened? Why is it so hot? Oh my gosh.
Climate change, my friend.
Yeah.
I know.
Man.
To think of the poor coral reefs and the fish. They're like, why is the water boiling? Yeah. So
well,
that was a tangent. But for today's guest, I am so excited. When I saw who we were talking with today, I was like, oh my God, yay. Because I am a freaking super fan. I've never met her. I've never spoken to her except by email when I was ordering some shirts for our surrogate transfer boxes. But she's freaking talented. Yeah. She is so creative. She's obviously so driven to have built this amazing store. And she is single-handedly holding up the surrogate community with her merch. Like,
I know. I want to do more with her. I want to do more. I want to understand, where did this come from? And obviously her story comes from surrogacy as a surrogate herself and just realizing there wasn't anything out there. And so she created it.
And whatever happens, I just want her to be successful so that she never quits because it's a lot of work to run a business by yourself. It's so much work. Think about, running a store with merch is very different than running an agency. There's a lot less emotions and a lot less liability and things like that involved in what we do. But I can't imagine doing it single-handedly without you as a partner and without Kyle running all of the marketing and all of that stuff. And we have people running the accounting and the operations, and there's so many things, and we're all working so hard. But can you imagine without any one of us, like if one of us was trying to do it all?
No
I just
way.
worry. I just don't ever want her to quit because she's making such badass stuff.
I know. And we're going to encourage her and help her see the growth that's there, I think. And I'm excited just what's possible in the next couple of years for her.
So whoever's listening today, I'm very excited to introduce you to the founder of Surrogate Sister Design. And if you have not checked out her Etsy store, you need to, because there is definitely stuff on there that you want, and you can add it to your Christmas list, or whenever your intended parents are like, what can we gift our surrogate agencies if you're not
Kristal
already
has it.
taking advantage of her store. She's so easy to work with too as an agency. If there's custom things that you want, she's just amazing. So I'm very excited to bring her on and introduce her to everyone.
Yay. Well, I have to admit, I watched, we love and adore Kennedy, first of all, Stop Sit Surrogacy. And I saw that you were on her podcast. So we were like, I wanted to go and check you out because we know who you are and what you've created. But we were excited to have you on and hear that entrepreneur bone in you that got started with this beautiful company that you've started. So we're excited to have you and hear how that became a thing.
Yeah, I've been so curious ever since I stumbled upon your store, and you just have the cutest and coolest stuff, and it's like endlessly creative. And I always wondered, how did she come up with this stuff? And it is such a need for it. Everybody's been hunting for all this good stuff, and you're like, I'm just gonna.
I got it. You want it? I have it.
Yeah.
I think there's a song that's called that, right?
Right. I know. Yeah. And that's crazy to think about because I feel like I'm still like a lot of people still don't really know about us, like surrogates and stuff. So it's funny when an agency's like, oh, yeah, we know about you. I'm like, oh, okay. Hopefully,
you know
good word of
why?
mouth. Like,
Because
crazy.
it's a thing that I think as an agency, your heart is to spoil these women who are considering surrogacy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the people who are starting an agency have a background of whether they're an intended parent or a surrogate through surrogacy. Their story is that they've been impacted in a beautiful way. And so then when I think about Sunshine and I, when we decided we wanted to get beautiful stuff for these women who are considering surrogacy to spoil them, it's like there isn't anything out there. That's why we are here in this place right now. So I think that's probably where you landed. I'd love to hear how that all began.
Yeah, like so I had my surrogate baby. I started my journey into surrogacy about 2014 and then ended up giving birth in 2015. And exactly that, like when I went through my journey, I couldn't really find, like really nothing at that time was on the market. Like there were some things, but not a lot. There really was not a lot. And so, my husband had bought me like a Cricut and I kind of started like I always was very crafty and I loved like, my kid's birthday party, like I'm making their banner, their cake topper, the matching shirts, all the things. And so it kind of went from that to like, what if, I started something and I think I could do it. I never went to college for any business or anything like that. But yeah, I just took the leap and started with like 2 shirt colors, just plain like t-shirts, only used vinyl because that's all I had. I didn't have like a lot of money to start. It was literally the basics. And then worked my way, from that to now where we are today.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And
so literally nothing. Started from nothing.
Wow.
And you have so many creative designs. And I love the surrogate affirmations that we were putting in our boxes for a while, the medication mats. And a lot of surrogates were like, I don't know what this is. So we stopped including the medication mats, but we still do love the magnets with the surrogate affirmations because it's so important to have that because we put ourselves through a lot. I mean, even to get when you're getting through intake, before you're even matched, there's a lot of effort and hurry up and wait and time and energy invested into becoming a surrogate. So all those little things that help carry you along through the journey, I think are so important. How did you come up with all of these designs? Do you come up with all of these on your own?
So some of them I do, some of them I don't. It just depends. Majority I do. I started with everything being handmade, handmade by me, designed by me, drawn by me. And then I kind of, as I grew, I was able to hire
Look at you.
like a graphic designer, kind of where I am always looking out on the market, like as far as crafts and shirt designs and stuff like that, like what's popular right now, and turning it from what it is into surrogacy.
Yeah, I
And
love that.
so, yeah, so now I can just say, you know what, hey, I have this idea, like we just did our newest surrogate world tour. This is what I want. Gave it to her, and now she draws it, and then gives me the file. So, that's kind of where we are on designs.
But
Yeah.
you're still, I mean, really doing the actual prints
Yeah.
yourself
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
mailing
Yeah.
everything out. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
do
lot.
everything, like pineapple pads. I hand sew those, design those, hand sew those, make them. Shirts are like, shirt comes separate from, like, let's just say the transfers. I heat press those, the bags, heat press, socks, heat press. Pretty much everything is done by just me. I haven't hired anybody ever since
What
I
about those
opened in
5 kids?
2016.
I know.
You'll see them sometimes. They do help me, like if I have large orders. I'm like, look, I'm drowning, please help. So yeah, they've learned how to, like, put necklaces together. My daughter
Yeah.
actually makes the bracelets that I sell in our shop. She
Oh,
makes those.
I love that.
And yeah, they do definitely help on a lot of different little things here and there. But majority, like everything, social media, all those things, like that's all me. It's all
Well,
me.
and I heard that you didn't sew before this when I
No.
watched this last podcast, and I thought
Yeah.
that was so cool. I'm like, there
Yeah.
is no way I'm just going to decide I'm going to go learn to sew and create
Yeah.
these beautiful products. So I just was
Yeah,
really
during
impressed.
COVID, I was like, you know what, I wanted to, I had it in my head, like, this is what I want to do. I wanted something versatile because in my journey, in a lot of women's journey, surrogacy journeys or IVF journeys, they usually use ice packs or heat. I use both. And I'm like, can I make something, that would, like, give you both? So you can freeze the pads or you can microwave them and heat
So
them.
good.
So, and I was like, and it has to be a pineapple. Because
Or
pineapple
French
is a
fries.
huge part of our. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I actually did at one point uterus.
You
And
did.
yeah, but
Oh.
it was just so tedious to
Oh,
sew.
I
I'm
know,
like,
with the
I don't
fallopian
know if.
tubes and
Yeah,
everything, probably. It's like,
that was the
forget it.
issue. Really was, yeah, the fallopian tube.
Them
So
darn fallopian tubes, man.
You're
yeah,
like, can
and I
they
was
just be
like,
felt that like
yeah,
dangles off or something?
yeah. So yeah,
Oh,
it took
so
me a
good.
few good weeks to try to figure out how to design that pineapple pad. But yeah, I taught myself, and now I just sew them on my own, and feel
And
I
okay,
okay.
just
you're
love that you have the vision and then you actually follow through and bring it to life. And like you said you don't have any business background.
No,
Being creative is one thing. Having the gumption to like have an idea and actually bring it to life and manifest it into a physical product is a really big deal.
yeah.
But then creating your store, promoting it on social, shipping all these things, all the materials, like what has been your path? Like as you're kind of building the bridge as you cross it. Like how has that been for you? What advice?
it's complicated. I mean, I have 5 kids. I have a son with autism.
Okay.
And so yeah, it's definitely been a struggle to try to learn, to, like, balance the family life. We work with, like, I mean, honestly, what really keeps us going and the majority of our business now at this point is agencies. It really is
Mm-hmm.
agencies. We love our agencies. And so, um, and so but at the same time, I think people also forget we're not Amazon.
Yeah.
I'm one
Right.
person. And so, it's a struggle to try to balance all this and try to make sure, that we're
How
on
many
top of it.
agencies are you currently working with? I mean,
I would say, what, I haven't counted honestly, but I feel like it's probably maybe 15
good for
or
you. That's not a
so.
little thing
But,
there.
like, recently we've had a good amount, like maybe 3 or 4 come forward and say, hey, like, we really want your survival boxes. And so that's been really fun because,
Kristal,
like, a
you
lot
might be
of surrogate.
growing here in a minute
Yeah,
because
oh yeah,
you're going to need
yeah.
some help, man.
No, I know. We're on the edge. I'm like, okay. I even told the kids, I'm like, I may have to hire one of you guys, like, for real. After school, you're coming in, a good amount of time to help me. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're teaching your kids such a cool thing though
Yes.
about like entrepreneurship, because I feel like the time that our kids are growing up in is really different than the times that we grew up in, and the opportunities that are out there are very different. It's not like go to college, get a good job, be successful. Like, you have to be creative and you have to be willing to try something, take risks, learn a new skill that isn't maybe taught in a college. Like, it's something that you have to just be willing to put in that hustle and grind. And your kids are learning a lot of really cool stuff from you. Do they appreciate that, do you think, or they don't?
Sometimes they forget, because I kept saying, we have a family calendar and we put this on there, and they're like, who is this? Who Surrogacy is? Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to be on a podcast, and I kind of explain it, and they're like, well, are you like famous or something? I was like,
I love that.
well, no,
Yes, I
Kind
am.
of.
yeah. So, but I said, this is, stuff that I've did. So we kind of go through it. Like, I think they get caught up in their own things. They see my office, they come in here, they see me doing things, but I don't think they really know what it is. I think they do, but they don't. So it's kind of funny when they.
What about your husband? Does he just is in awe? Because obviously he's been by your side this whole time as you've created this.
Oh yeah. I'll just come to him and say, oh hey, this is what's happening now. Oh hey, I just I'm gonna be doing a book, and he's like, what? And I'm like, oh hey, yeah, now and he's like, oh, okay.
I love it so much. And you're in San Diego, correct?
No, Riverside County.
Oh, okay.
Paris.
I'm in or Mission Viejo area, so we might just we're too close not to come and meet up and go do lunch or something.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In all of your free time. Yeah.
I know all this extra free time that we have. Thank you for reminding me.
Maybe you can at least like save some shipping and be like, let's meet up and have lunch, and I'll pick up a bunch of stuff from you.
Yeah.
There you go.
I actually did that for some agencies.
Okay.
I had one. She's like, hey, let's meet like middle of LA, and I'm like, all right.
Okay.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, but I'll do it.
So you were a surrogate just the one time, is that correct?
Yeah, just one time. I really wanted to do another journey, but I mean, as you guys know, it's really hard, like on yourself and your family. And so it was just one of those things where I actually signed with another agency, and I really wanted to do it for like a gay couple, and that was the plan. But yeah, I just didn't fall through. But I was like, you know what, it's okay. I'm gonna put like full energy towards my business and towards the surrogacy community, and so.
Yeah. Here you
I
are.
think that's beautiful, because also you've already had 6 deliveries, and in listening to your your birth with your youngest son and your epidural fiasco that you endured, and then you had an unexpected C-section, right, with your journey?
Well, so with my 5 kids, so my 3 daughters are actually my bonus daughters, and then I had 2 sons.
Okay.
So it would have been my 3rd pregnancy. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you could have done it again.
But you had some bleeding, if I remember you sharing with this last pregnancy. That was scary, and that's priority number 1 is you being mom to your babies first and foremost.
Yeah,
so.
I think with that journey and just having that kind of happen, I felt, and I think I mentioned that on Kennedy's podcast as well, I didn't feel as supported through my journey.
I know, I heard that. I was sorry to hear that.
I mean, in a way, I kind of felt alone, especially with that circumstance that happened. And so it was kind of just like a phone call, like, oh, hey, is everything okay? And I was like, well, not really, but
yeah.
But it was kind of like one of those things where like, I don't want to go through that again alone.
Well, and I think that, for myself and for Sunshine, because we both have been surrogates ourselves, and coming to this place of having an experience and feeling like I had a superpower after doing and watching the intended parents hold their baby. But I knew I wanted to be in this industry and being a part of this. And I think that's the reality is not all agencies look alike. Unfortunately, not all support looks the same. And you don't know what you don't know. And I know you had shared that with your last one. It's like going into this next one, you would have probably done a lot of things differently, even just down to the contract, right? So I think that the reality is that it takes a lot of different people stepping out of their comfort zone and being willing to go and share their story and having a desire to be an entrepreneur and share what you've learned and what you love about surrogacy with other people. So I think that's pretty special.
Yeah, and I think it's amazing how much, like from when I was a surrogate till now, is out there, like podcasts and things like that with all the knowledge. If I had that, I would have changed so many
different.
things,
Same.
within like the
I didn't
agency,
know
my
anything.
journey, my contract, everything. Yeah, 100%.
My contract was so short in my first journey, and my consultation with my attorney was like 20 minutes. And he was like, so do you have any questions? And I was like, I was kind of hoping you would just like tell me.
What?
Yeah, because
Do I have
like,
questions? I don't know. Tell me.
I don't
right?
know. I
And
don't
there's
know
a
what I'm
lot of
looking
things
at.
now that I've learned that I was like, I didn't know I could change that in my contract. I mean, they may have brought it up, but I didn't really know, I think, the importance of it to really
I was
protect
highly
myself.
advised to like leave it alone and just
Yeah.
like be subservient, submissive, pleaser, surrogate person. And I think the agency that I was with was like loved that. You're naive. You trust us to take care of everything. Perfect, because
You don't have life insurance. Sorry.
Yeah,
Deal
that
with
was
it.
one thing I did have, thankfully. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I totally get what you're saying.
They're like, your first 80 hours of lost wages are not reimbursed. You have to miss 80 hours of work before you're reimbursed for lost wages. And I agreed to that. Now I'm like, oh my God, why did I agree to that? That was so stupid. That's a lot of time.
Yeah. But
To not
at
get
the same
reimbursed
time, you
for.
didn't know.
No.
You just didn't know.
Well, I am so excited that you are in this space doing this, and I know that we've partnered with you, and I think that there's a lot of room for collaboration and figuring out how to uplift another entrepreneur mama who is also a surrogate sister through this beautiful journey and kind of lifting up these next steps. What does it look like for you in these next 3-4 years? What do you anticipate? What is that?
I mean, did you think you'd be here now?
No.
After
Honestly, after maybe 3 or 4 years-ish, I think I even announced like I'm closing my shop, like I don't know, like it's not really wasn't going anywhere, but it was a very slow process, very slow process. It took a lot of time, and like overall, I've really not even paid that much for like advertising. Like it's really been like, word of mouth and things like that, which is amazing. And the surrogacy community, as little as we are, we also are very big. And communication, like word travels very fast. So,
Yes, it does.
but I don't know what it really looks like. I know that we're coming out with a book. We just finished the illustration on it, so I'm trying to do final touches on that, and that's been in the works for a little while now. So I'm super excited about that.
What kind of book?
Yeah, tell us more about this
it's
book.
just gonna be like a surrogacy. It's like surrogacy journey. So from beginning to end, and it really touches like on just all the different milestones that you'll touch on your journey, and it's kind of from the vision of the child, and so or the surrogate's child. So I'm really excited about that.
So something that mamas can read with their kids who are considering surrogacy and
Yes.
having it help explain what that is. I love that.
Oh yeah. And
Very
then it's fun because I actually got to illustrate in the book like my designs for like transfer day, the socks, my pineapple pad.
Okay.
So I was like, I have to include those things.
Yes.
You
It's so
have
fun.
to, because everybody's wearing them. Everybody's wearing your stuff. I see your stuff everywhere, and I'm like, yes, I'm so pumped for you and rooting for you. And I think if I were to guess where you're headed next in the next year to 5 years, I think you're going to probably be way more successful even than you already are, because I want everything that you make. Like, I want to buy it all. And I know every surrogate feels the same way.
Well,
and
it's funny
surrogates
because
love that
like
stuff.
when I found your agency, kind of like I think the hardest thing when you go into like any business is finding like your niche or like your like what are you about? Like, our colors are like pink and bright and pineapples and this and that. And so your theme kind of matches my theme, and I love like all like the game you guys just put out. For,
It's so
we're
fun.
so
Oh, like
love
I'm
the
going to send you
artwork, your
one.
artwork. I'm like, I need to talk to whoever you're working with.
Yeah, we have a graphic designer that's amazing, and she's so creative, and she's a surrogate, and she's freaking talented as heck at graphic design. And our design lately is kind of a little bit Lisa Frank.
I love it.
It's the best.
So cute.
We actually have a full team. So she's one of our employees, but she's, we have a full team that's like focused on just making beautiful content, social. And I think that that's it's huge because it speaks to what we're trying to accomplish, which is inspiring women to know how beautiful surrogacy
and
is.
building that community and that sense of that you're part of something that's such a big deal. And it is a small, like you said, it is a very small community, but it also is a very interconnected and supportive community. Sometimes it's not so supportive. There's like
yeah, it depends. But I mean, we when we first opened, we met surrogates and we followed many of their, some of did maybe 4 or 6, and we followed them all the way from the beginning. And they'll just come back and say, "Oh, I'm on another transfer." So that's really fun to follow, and intended parents, surrogates, on their journeys. It's really exciting.
Our surrogates want stuff. Like they want stuff. Like you can see behind Casey, we have a bunch of stuff. We send our surrogates a lot of stuff. Yeah. I just think about what you're doing. I would way rather support you who's doing this, and you like, this is your passion. This is your skill set. Your bread and butter is making beautiful things for surrogates and for, it sounds like you were even going to start making more things for intended parents too. Do you have a lot of things for parents?
So I've always kind of like went in the middle of that. It's always been mostly geared towards, like surrogacy, but I know for a fact that I've had a lot of surrogates and different people reach out and say, "Hey, can you please create like a intended parent box of some kind?" So, when you start something new, it's really trying to just do a lot of research and really reaching out to the community like, "Hey, like this is what I'd like to do, but what do you want to see, included?" Because I don't, it's just so frustrating because there's like a lot of stuff out on the market kind of creeping through right now for like, let's just say IVF and surrogacy community, but it's just stuff that I'm like, they're not going to use any of that. Like, not to be mean, but it's like, come on, you guys. And so I want it to be stuff, that they're gonna use, they want.
Well, and you have to think, most intended parents, not all, but most of them are pretty private. So they're not as inclined to wear a shirt or carry anything that has it. But I think it's, they're a little bit more private, but they also are so excited and eager to spoil their surrogate. So, and they know their surrogate is proud and excited to wear whatever and proudly hold that, cup, whatever that is that they have. So, I more envision probably intended parents going on there and wanting to buy their surrogate gifts and get them stuff for transfer days.
We do have definitely a lot of intended parents for, that definitely do that for their surrogates. And I agree, a lot of intended parents, they don't want something blasted, like on their shirts. Yeah. And I've struggled with that for many years. We've had definitely maybe some designs or something that were released and they're like, yeah, that won't work or whatever. And so we're like, all right, hey, whatever.
Try it.
We'll just
I love
try it and see, what kind of sticks.
Love that. Right on. Yeah. I was going to look through, did we have any questions that I missed on here, Sunshine?
I didn't even look at the questions because I was just so excited to talk to Kristal because I've been like such a super fan of your store ever since I stumbled across it. I was like, oh my gosh, how do we get this stuff in our boxes?
I have one. What is one of your favorite pieces?
It would be the pineapple pad, of course. And, I have 2. I know you said 1, but pineapple pad and then our IVF and surrogacy survival box.
Okay. Do you have your pineapple pad close by where you can
Oh, gosh.
I know.
Yeah,
you don't have to.
Let me grab it.
Okay.
I want to see.
Want to see.
And I want to see your IVF and your survival box too, if you have one.
All right.
Since you're up,
I know.
So cute.
Oh, those are cute.
What's inside of them?
It's just rice.
Okay.
Now. Yeah, it's just rice for now. And, there's always room to try to.
Because that allows you to microwave it and freeze it.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's super cool.
So. I love it. Let's see. I had another question and I just lost it. Darn it. I don't know. It'll come to me, I think. But well, I'm so grateful and excited that you were able to come and be a part of this with us today. And I have a feeling that we'll be doing a lot of mashups, especially with our cards against our uterus.
Yeah. I love those.
I just
They're so cute.
Built a bunch of boxes that I put them all in and I put the stickers on and I'm like, if I had a Cricut and I would know what to do with it. So I don't know, man, I'm not cut out for this. I'm like, Kristal.
Where are you?
Funny thing you said that. I'm like, okay, I want to buy some new machines. My husband's gonna kill me, but I'm like, maybe like a laser cutter to do things. So it's up in the air, but we'll see. So,
Okay, so
there's
that's
so
to
much
come
cool stuff to
then.
do.
yeah, maybe. Well, because I'm like, okay, if I get these machines, like I can do my own jewelry.
Yeah.
I can make like my own little different things, maybe to go in the intended, parents' box. I don't know. We'll see.
Pineapple earrings. I
Well, I
know
was like, I
girls
can
would
make a
wear
pineapple.
those.
I could make like a pineapple
French fry earrings.
pillbox if I
Oh, there
want.
you
3D
go.
That'd be so
printer.
cool.
Exactly.
You know what I've been really wanting?
What?
Maybe we'll do you. I need you to make this. And okay, I need the little what are they? The shot blockers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can get a shot blocker, and you can buy them. Like I've been trying to get them for our transfer boxes, but they're just boring and ugly. And it's such a good opportunity for it to be shaped like something cute or to have cute colors. And it's just like they're always yellow or turquoise. And they're just like shaped like the little horseshoe or whatever that they're
There you
kind
go,
of shaped like.
Kristal.
Yeah.
Done.
No, I know because we put those in our survival boxes, and yeah, I've seen them, and I was like, okay, we need to change it. There's so many things, that I'm like, I
And
want
it's such an easy little, like, it's a piece of plastic, It's
I
like,
know.
it's such an easy thing for you to, well, I say that. I've
I know.
no
I
idea
Right.
I
what
have
goes
no
into
idea how
it.
it goes.
It's so easy, Kristal. Why haven't you done it already?
Yeah, no,
I
probably
have no
anything
idea.
you've thought about, I've probably thought about.
I'm sure.
Yeah, there are always things are swirling in my brain, like, all right, what is
Could do
out there that I
this.
can change? Yeah,
I
but
know.
then
You're going to
sometimes
need
it's
to
not as
grow
easy. Yeah,
your team.
definitely.
Yeah.
I know.
And some now new gear. So your husband, we're getting off here and he's going to be like, what did you sign up for? What is going on?
Well, he just sees boxes coming all the time, so he's
Yeah.
like, what the heck are you ordering now? I'm like, it's for my business.
Are you on Amazon now? That was a question I was going to ask because I know you were talking about venturing that way.
I wanted to, but kind of what sucks is they've stolen, like the other sellers have stolen tons of our designs.
Oh,
And
no.
it's so hard to get a hold of anyone there.
Mhm.
And they'll just, like, they stole one of it was like our clip art of like the socks and all that, uterus. And they put it like on shirts, sweaters, like anything you can think of. And
Yeah.
I'm always, on social media, I'm always looking, trying to find, images maybe to share on social media. And I kept seeing like these shirts that I know for a fact I have never, made that design on a specific shirt color, whatever it may be. And yeah, come to find out they were buying it on Amazon. And so I reached out and tried to get it. Anything I could do to try to get it down, but it's so hard.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to go. And they take so much. They take like
I'm so mad for
40%
you.
or something.
Yeah, that's
I remember
stupid.
seeing that you were thinking about Amazon, and that was the first thing I was thinking is the margin on that is so slim. Like they take such a big chunk of that it wouldn't even be profitable. You'd be basically be doing volunteer work to sell your
So
stuff
like
on
even
Amazon.
for our book,
No.
we'll probably use their platform to like print it and everything. You can actually, buy the books at a lower price, but you just don't sell it through there. Like don't
Right.
expect anything because they're going to take a huge chunk. So I just then sell it through my own platform. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Etsy the only platform?
Etsy, yeah, so far, and they take tons of fees too. I mean,
Yeah.
there's really unless I make my own website, which my husband's like, I will do that for you, but that's like a whole nother headache. So I don't know.
I
Yeah,
feel like
eventually
it's
I
not
think
that
I do.
hard now
It's
with
not.
Shopify. Like
Yeah.
there's got to be a way. Okay, so this is all. We'll talk about all this later after the podcast. I have so many ideas. There's so many things that I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought of different, avenues, but yeah, Etsy's been like our main thing. And at first I was like, well, it's because, they do advertising stuff for me, and everyone knows that we're like on Etsy. So yeah, it's something definitely eventually.
Which is
that
great
I
for
need
like
to change.
exposure, right?
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily want to have that be your main source. So
No.
if you could link in your Instagram, like actually shop here, this is where you're going to get the best deals or whatever.
Yeah.
Because then you could even give a discount if they buy it through your. I have so many ideas. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We're excited for you.
Yeah.
Because you deserve to have all that success. I know it is supposed to be flattering when people copy you and steal your stuff. Like, yay, I'm so freaking flattered. Could you stop?
Yeah. Thanks. I'm good. Thank you.
It takes a lot of heart and effort to make something wonderful and then to have somebody just rip it off. It's just, I don't know why people don't have more tact.
Oh yeah, we've had someone take our whole logo and they just took Surrogate Sister Design, like our old one, and took Surrogate Sister Design off and then just threw their name on it. And I'm like, what?
Are you able to find out who these people even are?
Some people I have been kind of successful. I have like a little thing written up, pretty much it's not like a threat, but it's like, look, like if you don't stop and take this down, I will take,
legal actions.
more legal actions. Yeah. And so for the majority, some have said, yeah, no problem. I'll take it down. But it's a constant
fight because there's always
yeah.
whack-a-mole. Everybody wants a piece of it. Well, that makes me angry. I'm sorry. We know that feeling.
Yeah.
We do. Well, thank you so much. I'm grateful that we got to do this, and I have a feeling we're going to be intertwining ourselves a little bit more here very soon.
I would love for you to share with our listeners, because I know our listeners probably already know about Surrogate Sister Design, but if they don't, what are the best ways to get in contact with you, to find you? What are the best services that you offer? Anything that you want to share?
So the best way to get in contact with us, you can contact us on our Etsy page, which is at I think it's Surrogate Sister Design, on Instagram at Surrogate Sister Design, and we also have TikTok, Surrogate Sister Design, and Facebook as well. Surrogate Sister Design.
On all of the platforms.
And just send you a DM if there's anything specific that they have in mind, or large orders or anything like that.
Yep, just message us, and then we do offer like full discounts and things like that. So yeah.
Okay, awesome. Very exciting. Well, thank you, Kristal, for coming on, and I enjoy your daughter's prom.
Yes,
Is it prom or birthday?
It's her prom. Well, it's her 18th birthday and prom. So same day. So tomorrow, she turns 18 and it's her prom.
Wild. Oh my gosh, That's so exciting.
That's so cool. She gets to dress up and have a big fat party.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she does.
Yeah, thanks for your time.
Yeah, no problem.